Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing today? Sound off in the chat. Smash the like button on your way in. Hey, what's going on, guys? Bitcoin currently trading at 113,402 and 4 cents. Looking good. First things first, let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. 12-hour zoom in. It looks pretty steady, both sides. I like that. That's the kind of stuff that we like. We got 111,874. Oh, I keep doing that. 111,874. Okay, got it. And then, wrong thing. I'm going to go all the way down here. 110,173. Dixie said I'm busy. Why are you here? It's a weird thing to say in the chat. What's going on, Dixie? 113,664. Dixie, give me those anyways, and I'll go over them, and then you can just watch it later. 115,007. Whoa. It's a sign. Let the conspiracy nuts. Give him that one. 115,007. Oh, James Bond is real. Bitcoin, chilling, 113,384 and 6 cents. We are actually about to break that 113,664 liquidation. Dixie said, we shorting ADA. I feel like I'm a bad person to ask. Is why I'm here? I don't know. ADA's down 4% on the day. It is recovering, though. And there is an established uptrend now. So I am historically god-awful at shorting. Like, really bad. So I'm going to advise against listening to a word I say when it comes to shorting. But in my opinion, that means yes or no, whatever I say regarding shorting is probably not good advice to listen to. There is an uptrend here. It is a ascending broadening wedge. I don't know if it's going to break bullish or bearish. I have no clue. This might just break right here and just continue to the downside. There's not a lot of confluence. You got 1-2 hits up and down. So I'm not, betting the house either way because I have no house to bet because we've never had an alt season. We do have a green dot on our momentum wave. RSI is dancing around that moving average. I don't know. It just kind of looks like it's having a little orgy right there. There's nothing I can really say about it. I can't get too close. It does look like it's crossing bullish potentially. Waterfly said dump it. I don't know. Why are you guys bearish? It's like weirdly bearish today. The charts don't look bad at all. We dumped last night. We're probably going to pump tonight. And then Wednesday is going to be a free-for-all. But shorting ADA right now, I would not do it personally. But again, I'm bad at shorting. So I also wouldn't take my advice. Anyways, Bitcoin 113,381 and 7 cents. Are we going to hit that 113,664 and blast to the upside? We shall see. Bitcoin dominance 59.32, continuing to drop. 60 seems almost unreachable now, which is exciting. We do have a red dot on our momentum wave. However, we are sitting above our moving average on the RSI. Not sure if that's relevant on dominance regardless, but what if I said Wednesday might be bloodbath, stupid leverage back in? Yeah, it's on both sides though, so I guess it's not as bad as it could be. Let's go to the 24-hour. Yeah, there's a lot more shorts than longs for sure. So I guess that's our best case scenario, is that maybe they liquidate both of them. Maybe they go up like crazy, down like crazy, and then settle in the middle. That would be really funny. Is that morbid? Maybe that's morbid. Anyways, ETH is down 2.38% on the day, currently trading at 41.39 and 91 cents. We are well below 42.40. Can we get back above 41.65 and use this cushion zone to establish some volume and then blast past 4,500? That is my goal here. RSI kind of dancing around the moving average, just like ADA and probably Bitcoin. Yeah. And your momentum wave, you do have a green dot. So everything's kind of, I'm going to say everything's reset. We are waiting for a direction. And the problem is most folks are just waiting. So until somebody makes a move, this is the kind of trades we're going to be expecting to see. Solana is down 2.71% on the day. We did get above 200 again. Let's see. We've been dancing around 200 for a minute. We're at 202.99. If we can close above 200, that would be great. My goal is to get above 215, above this blue trend line, to then continue to the upside. It doesn't look bad right now. RSI riding that moving average. That's awesome. Support. And you got green dot on your momentum wave pointing to the upside. So Solana actually looks better than ETH and Bitcoin in my opinion. For short-term trades, not financial advice. Total 3 is down 2.93% on the day. I did scoot the fractal yesterday. I was mildly scolded, but I don't care. I did scoot the fractal. And unfortunately, it does involve us chopping for the remainder of the month. And I think that there's a good probability of that being a possibility. Is that a sentence? There's a good chance of that being a possibility. I would love to get back above 1.07. We were for a brief moment yesterday, but today we've been dancing in between 1 and 1.07, which again, I'm okay with. I'm okay with us holding above 1 trillion. I'm okay with if this has to linger and take its time. I'm not a patient guy, but we've been here already for like 3 years, so I'm beyond a point of caring. We do have a green dot on our momentum wave on Market Cipher and a potential bullish cross coming on the RSI for the moving average. That would, however, require that actual cross. There's a chance that we get a rejection as well, which is bearish. So the potential for that is also probably 50-50. But again, we're above 1 trillion, so I'm happy. ADA, we just talked about, it's down 3.95% on the day, currently trading at 69.95. Can it get back above 70 for the close? That would be ideal. We are in a, I don't know, do you call it a bullish megaphone pattern? It's an ascending, broadening wedge. That's what it is. And I don't know if that's bullish or bearish. Let's actually look that up. Ascending, broadening wedge is a bearish chart pattern that signals a potential market reversal from an uptrend to a downtrend characterized by increasing volatility, and patterns resemble a megaphone that slopes upwards. Okay, I understand. So it is a bearish pattern. So a short might be justified. I don't know if it's going to be justified here or up here. I have no clue. None of it's financial advice. Again, I'm atrocious at shorting. SNEK is down 7.1% on the day, currently trading at 33.15. Can it get back above 35? Is the question. Let's see. Are we establishing a W? And if we do, are we going lower? Giovanni said Bitcoin hourly looks bad too. Apparently everything looks bad. Everyone's saying everything looks bad. It is Tuesday. Tuesdays just suck, so I would not be surprised. And again, I'm still in the club of and I hate being this guy, but I am still in that club of filling this wick slowly but surely, even if it takes this, one of these, and then the wick's filled, and then it just explodes to the upside. They want everyone to load up on shorts here and here and here and here, and all these people are, oh my gosh, my short's printing. I'm up 10%, dude. Oh, dude, short's printing, and then bam, I got liquidated again. What is this manipulation? CZ should be in prison. You know, gotta find somebody to blame. I'm gonna continue to buy spot. And that's that. Maybe I'll be successful one day and open up a winning short. Tom Sells Goat said, eat my shorts. XRP is down 3.77% on the day, currently trading at 250 and 69 tenths of a cent. RSI cross bearish over the moving average on the RSI, and are we going to get a bullish cross next? The potential is there for that bullish cross, but it's also potential for a rejection, same as everything else that we just went over. I think Solana is the only one that doesn't have that potential because Solana is still above that moving average, and it actually seems to be riding it as support, which is awesome. Last signal on our momentum wave was a red dot up here, so that is still technically in play. Biggest, I guess, staying above 250 would be a big deal, but that didn't really do anything for us yesterday, so it might not do anything for us today. We might be forming a little janky head and shoulders here, in which case the target would be a whopping $2.28, which is a whole entire 6-point-something% drop. Holy cow. Brace yourselves, guys. Never seen a drop as big as 6-point-something% before. Unprecedented. Just ignore all of the things that are over 6-point-something% already. HBAR is down 2.17% on the day, currently trading at 19.010. HBAR actually looks good, kind of an uptrend. RSI looks great, green dot on our momentum wave. Yeah, RSI crossed bullish over the moving average, kind of a little fake out, even could call that a bounce. And we broke above 1858, heading towards 20. Can this be the momentum that HBAR needs to get above 20? And hopefully 22 would be even better. We shall see. Volume looks good here by comparison to what happened previously before this monstrous, illegally girthed candle. HBAR actually looks decent. CRV might be dead, lol. Let's go check CRV. CRV. Oof. Jeez, this is on Binance too. Look at that flat line. Whew, that is frightening. Blake Vegas said, Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, my friend. Smash the like button on your way in. Have you guys watched any of the Deep Sleep series? Because I've been enjoying it. The new one's crazy. The new one's insane. I think the second episode is going up tonight. Yeah, this thing, it really hasn't recovered, has it? It went down from here 32%, and it's still down 20%, so you've only recovered like 33%, 1/3 of the dump, which is not that great. Justin said, howdy. What's going on, Justin? Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, CRV does not look great. But again, when things don't look good is when you are supposed to buy them. But you have to have conviction. You have to think, okay, this is going to, trend up in the longer term time frame. So that's entirely at your discretion. I can't tell you yes or no. I can tell you what I believe. I don't know much about this. I see a trend right here, and I see a possible rejection, actually, which is really interesting. Look at this. You got initial, touch 1, 2, 3 points of confluence, and the fourth is being established right now as a bearish point of confluence, a bearish rejection, actually. So we'll see if that continues to trend down. Waterfly said CRV was about 70% leverage. Jordan got wrecked. That sucks so bad, dude. That sucks. It happens, though, man. It happens. You gotta be careful. You can't chase flavor of the week coins, unfortunately. That is genuinely, and you know what? Maybe I'm the best person to give those lessons, because Cardano, once upon a time, was a flavor of the week coin. So, I mean, it's maintained the top 10. So I at least got that little airbag of truth for me, but it's slowly trickling out of it. So take it from the flavor of the week king, the Fractal Farquad flavor of the week. Something else with an app. I'm not gonna say it. You know what I was gonna say. You know what I was going for. Anyways, SUI is down 5.44% on the day. Currently trading at 282 and 73/10 cents. We got above 275. Rejected at 3. So we rejected at 3, held support at 275, and we're currently, hopefully, making another run for 3. The structure here looks really good, believe it or not. We got a break, support, resistance, support, resistance. After, like, you came up here, you got a little midpoint, retested that, made sure that that was support, resistance here, support, and now hopefully you can break above 3 and head towards 325 next. It looks good. Volume looks great. It's hard to tell because of this gigantic spike is kind of skewing everything. But if you take that into consideration, this is an enormous, mountainous spike. These are like carpet. This is like carpet right here. It's like nothing. This is like a fence. You got a lot of volume right here. A little bitty. A ton of volume here. Huge volume here. And this is like 4 times the amount that was here, but probably a quarter of the amount that was here. So you're getting a lot of volume right here after these monstrous dumps. That's what you want to look for. You want to look for the coins that people are scooping up. People still have conviction. They don't have to go through any marketing campaigns or anything to get eyes back on them. You got a green dot on your momentum wave on Market Cipher, and your RSI is still holding strong above that moving average. So SWE has a chance to do something amazing here and break above $3 next. Ondo's down 3.86% on the day, currently trading at 80.12. We are struggling to get above 80.13. Again, that's, hearsay. Can you get above 80 and hold above 80? That'd be ideal. 80.13 might not be really relevant, to be completely honest. It might just be 80. So let's see if we hold above 80 and then continue to 84.84 next. Ondo has a green dot on the momentum wave on Market Cipher and a potential bullish cross coming for the RSI over the moving average. Can the momentum continue? Is a big question for Ondo. Aerodrome down 5.72% on the day, currently trading at 89.19. This one looks good too. It looks very much like SWE, where you get your break, your rejection, support, break, rejection, midpoint support, rejection again, lower support. That's the problem, is it kind of seems like it's switching to a downtrend here. You got your rejection here, support, rejection, and now you've come down here. Can you use that maybe as a little swing momentum to get above 96.24? If you do not, then there's a good chance that you break down below 86 again, which is not the end of the world. Longer term, we could still make the argument of a higher low. You do really want to get above this purple trend line though, because this is a clear trend here. It's a little bit sloppy. Okay. So, I see support, resistance. You might be rejecting that and might be due for some, you really want to get back above that. And it is almost perfectly lined up with that 96.24. So there's definitely a discussion to be had about Aerodrome. Aerodrome, another potential flavor of the weak coin. Chewy, I will say, Chewy, I've seen the guy make insane, ridiculous calls, and they always come true. And he does not make a lot of calls. He's not throwing them out every day. He throws out like one every like 3 or 4 months. And it always hits every single time. So, I don't know. We'll have to, next time he comes in here, we'll have to ask him about Arrow and see what his opinion is. Pinlink is down 1.75% on the day, trying to recover here. It is back above 39.93, which is a big deal. We had a little fake out below our purple trend line, which was the Pico bottom down here. We've established a new Pico bottom going all the way down to 25 cents. We are sitting at 40 though, so we're almost up 100%. That wick looks amazing. A lot of volume here. The dump wasn't really too crazy, but this is mostly on chain. It has entirely recovered the dump, which is awesome. We have completely recovered the dump. Can we now recouple to the fractal of what happened previously? That would be crazy. That would be insane if that's what happens. So keep an eye on it. Green dot on the momentum wave on Market Cipher, and bullish cross, and ever since holding a support on your moving average on the RSI. So the upside potential is there for sure. Render's down 6.15% on the day, currently trading at 285.90. We've rejected $3, and we're dancing around the midpoint around 280, which is the midpoint of between $260 and $3. So can we hold that 280 and use that as a support foundation to launch off of, break above $3? And then if I had to guess, we'll probably establish some volume between 3 and 315 and then continue up from there. We do have a red dot on our momentum wave on Market Cipher, and RSI is dancing around your moving average. So not a whole lot going on there. We're in kind of a mini uptrend right now. It doesn't seem inherently bearish out the gate, so we'll keep an eye on it. Stellar's down 3.79% on the day. We are dancing in between 32.13 and 36.51. Can we break above 36.51? We're kind of playing around with the midpoint here, which is interesting. So let me extend this bad boy. And this guy. I think that's it. I guess I can go this purple line as well. Might as well. Okay, so let's see. We got a lot of confluence here. These lines meeting up right at the blue and purple. The blurple line at 38.5. So can we just crack straight above that would be cool. Stellar's having trouble. It is struggling to reclaim the spot price from where it started to dump, which is right around 38. We are currently sitting at 33, so we need to see some volume out of Stellar. It looks a little bit better than it did pre-dump. This is bad. This is like slightly less bad. It's not as impressive as the other one that I pointed out. But again, we're holding 32.13 as support. Can we use that as our foundation to springboard above 36.51? We haven't even touched 36.51 yet, so we need to see a little more here. We need to see a little more volume, a little more conviction. Again, though, this is one of the few assets that actually has a confirmed green dot on Market Cipher. And we do currently have a green dot on our momentum wave. Can it turn around? It's very possible. RSI looks good. Crossing bullish over the moving average. Hopefully number go up. We'll keep an eye on it. Polkadot is down 3.47% on the day. Currently trading at 325.7. Polkadot, very, 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 very hard time recovering. We have 333 acting as resistance, and then for some reason 350 is marked on here. I'm assuming that was a retrace target for some point way back here. Who knows? It is a psychological level, so I'll keep it marked up here anyways. 350 is right there. We're sitting at 325. If we can hold above 325, that'll be a good thing. Volume could be better. RSI actually looks kind of good. Dancing around that moving average, holding above it though. You have a green dot on your momentum wave on Market Cipher. Can we use all of these things to push above 350 and at least make an attempt at 378? I would say anything above $4 is completely recovered from the dump, so we still got a ways to go. The weakness is not appealing though. If I was a new person and I saw this and I knew nothing about any of these, I would be like, oh, that looks pretty bad. I don't want to buy that. I don't like that big red candle, and it looks like it didn't care about it and just continued to be crappy. You know what I mean? You have to take those things into consideration as well. You got to look at it with a complete clean slate. What does this look like to the average person? It looks bad. Barcoin is down 9.21%. It's crazy seeing a number that big and seeing the chart that looks the same as everything else. But it's down 9.43% on the day, currently trading at 42.29. We are holding above 40, which is good. Can we get above 61 next? Our midpoint that we're gonna have to worry about is probably 52-ish, 50, 52. So let's see if that does anything. We got a break, support. Are we gonna go up from here, or are we gonna need another support hit? I have no idea. Volume looks really good though. I will say the volume looks great compared to what it looked like before. It looks amazing here, especially this green right here is almost as big as this red, which is crazy because we know how much money went into this one. We do have a green dot on our momentum wave on Market Cipher, and our RSI is dancing around the moving average. It does look like it might be crossing bearish, but we'll see. It's very small, you know, it's pretty zoomed in right here, so anything can happen. It could dance around and do a little uptrend kind of consolidation thing and then explode one way or the other, so nothing much can really be said about the RSI when it looks like that, but we'll keep an eye on it. CAS is down 5.93% on the day, currently trading at 60 or 0.06. We're trading at 6 cents. CAS again continuing to struggle. There is kind of no structure here. It's like bounced off of 55, rejected 65, it's sitting at 60 right now, or 6. Is it going to use 6 as support to get to 7? Hopefully. We'll keep an eye on it. We do have a red dot on our momentum wave. Pointing the downside still in play. RSI slowly trending up, dancing around the moving average. It is sitting below it right now. We'll see what happens after the close. That's pretty much all I can really say about CAS. It's kind of at our midpoint. 6 is the midpoint in between 51 and 68. So we'll see if we can hold it and break above 68 next, or at least make an attempt at 68. Avalanche is down 4.33% on the day, currently trading at 22.77. Avalanche is interesting because we got a lot of lines of support and resistance here. We came down, held 20.78 as support, rejected 23.20, held 20.78 again, got above, rejected 28.20, held 22 next, Rejected 23.61, held 22 again. Are we going to make another attempt and head to 25 and then hold 23.61 or 23.20 next? There's a clear uptrend here establishing, and it does look like it's also curving, which is good, because that'll lead to a parabola to eventually fully recover. The lack of recovery is a little bit alarming for Avalanche, because Avalanche is one of those that I actually care for. But I do feel like if and when it happens, it's going to be quick. Tyler said, 9 years married, anniversary today, so I gotta go. Just figured I'd drop in quick and drop a mother effing like. Thank you, Tyler. Happy anniversary, my friend. I will drink to that. Cheers to you and the wife. Absolute legends. May she put it up for you for another 9 years. Or put up with you? Both. I didn't mean to say for you, but I just realized what I said. Like, damn. That's kind of derogatory. I didn't mean it that way at all, I swear. May she put up with you and for you for another 9. Congratulations. That's pretty exciting. All right. Chainlink down 3.68% on the day. I'm going to go to the daily because this fractal is looking more and more. Actually, I'm going to go to the weekly. It's a weekly fractal. This fractal looks more and more realistic, which is tripping me out. So again, we can either continue down. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. We can either continue down with the fractal and then go up, or we can just chop and then go up. But it's still, it has us waiting until like early to mid-November, which both sound awful. Nobody wants to wait another month. So let's hope, if the fractal is correct, that it does decouple and recouple up here. Because an uptrend from here, a pretty stable like 45-degree uptrend, that sounds like fun. But a little chop for a month stinks. That's how you shake everybody out. Currently trading at 19.12. We held 17.50 very nicely. We've rejected 20, and we're kind of dancing around our midpoint right now in between 17.50 and 20. What is that? 18.75, I would say. We're sitting at 19.11 on the price. Can we break above 20 next and then make our way to 21.67? That is the goal. Green dot on the momentum wave is in play. Justin said, I'm looking at swapping a big part of my link bag to DOT. Could you look at DOT USD Coinbase, link USD Coinbase, or DOT BTC, link BTC? Appreciate the look. Cheers. Absolutely. You are potentially getting a bullish crossover the moving average on Chainlink as well, so keep an eye on that. Doge down 4.28% on the day, dancing in between 17,910 and 22. Midpoint is going to be 20. So can we break above that? Yes, I got you. I got your guess, Tyler. Sorry. You're right. I did not take a picture. I was trying to see if I can get you to stay longer. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's see if Doge can hold this midpoint at 20 and then break above 22. So Doge is one of the few that has a confirmed green dot in market cipher as well. This guy right here. And we also have a green dot on our momentum wave, which is good, short term. And your RSI dancing around that moving average, so coiled up, potentially springboarded into the upside. Volume looks decent. NIR's down 6.15%, holding above 234, struggling with 251 and 269. Can we get above 251, use that as support, break above 269, continue to the upside? It is fully, we're pretty much sitting at the bearish target that we hit with our candle body close right here. We were originally down 24.65%. Right now we're down 20. So we've only recovered 4% of our initial dump, which is not great. So NIR needs a little bit of strength. Volume looks decent, but the strength is not there. We got a red dot on your momentum wave. RSI coiling up, dancing around that moving average. Figures down 6.82% on the day, dancing in between 22.5 and 25.7. Struggling to get above 25.7, but it is lingering towards the top half of that range. So can we break above 25.7 and make our way towards 30? Volume looks pretty consistent before and after, honestly. We got a red dot on our moving average, or on our momentum wave. RSI broke below the moving average and seemingly has rejected. So let's see if that trends down afterwards. Silver is up 1.25% on the day, currently trading at 52.04. DXY sideways, nobody cares. MicroStrategy getting a little dumpy again, back to 300. NASDAQ chilling, a little sideways chop. Same with the S&P, 66.44. Justin said, bro, spread that fractal out so that big down wick, line up. I don't know if I want to do that. Let me go back to the weekly. It's like spooky sounds outside. Kind of making me poop my pants. Yeah, see? I mean, it's a little funky. Maybe it is a daily. Is it a daily? Maybe it's a daily and I spread it out already. Maybe that's what happened. That could be. Yeah, you looking for one of those? That could be. I guess that could be it. Yeah? Should I leave it like that, guys? Should I leave it? I mean, we could always scoot it back. I don't really care. I'll scoot it back right now because we know that we can scoot it back. All right, let me go take a look at Link and Polkadot. So you're thinking of converting your Link to Polkadot. Link, we know, has done really well. So when something is up from your initial buy, that is a good time to convert. Now, converting, you said a big part of your Link bag? I guess I don't have anything against that either. That sounds like a decent plan. Your daily RSI is almost oversold. You got a green dot on your momentum wave. You do seem to be rejecting that moving average. Let's go to the 4-hour. 1915 versus Polkadot on Coinbase. Okay, 325. I guess, why do you believe in Polkadot so much compared to Chainlink? Because Polkadot has been kind of chewed up and spit out, stepped on, and, you know, even by like people that held it. It kind of got wrecked. So what is your, I guess that would be my biggest thing, is your reasoning. The volume looks really good here though. Look at the volume increase. You got a ton of volume here, a little bit less, a lot less, and then a little bit more, and then a lot more. This is almost a more consistent volume profile than this. So there's definitely something up. People accumulating, something like that. I'm not a big fan of that big fat red candle. This is on the weekly though, so keep that in mind. Let's go down to the 4-hour. That's that big fat red candle. See, 4-hour Polkadot on Coinbase has a confirmed green dot on Market Cipher, which is huge. This is a big deal. So maybe it is a good play. I don't mind. Both charts look bad locally. Chainlink looks better longer term, but that's usually the one that you want to sell, and you want to buy the one that looks like crap longer term. Not financial advice, but we'll get back to it. The daily close contest is coming up in less than 1 minute, so make sure you guys get your guesses ready. Bitcoin currently trading at 113, 280 even. Let's transition to our game page. Very cool. Justin said, bro, okay, Tyler, yep, Waterfly says Link Marine present, and Tom Selexcoat said no alt season, just buy Bitcoin and ETH. All right, let's get Mr. Tyler's guess in right away. He is a channel member. Any channel member can guess up to 1 hour early in the daily close contest. The rest have to wait, and I accidentally cut you guys off by 10 seconds, but get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Mr. Tyler coming in with 113, 420, 69. Justin said, my thought is that Link has a 5x upside into the all-time high, while DOT has 10 to 20. Exactly, but can DOT get to its all-time high? Did they print? So before you make that decision, and I get it, see 8.5% is pretty sick. Polkadot made a very bad decision with their marketing, their treasury funds. They spent like $20 million on marketing. And it was all at once, and they decided to give it all to crypto KOLs. And like one day, everyone was talking about DOT, and then it was nothing. So they kind of accidentally threw that money away. That's the only bad thing that I actually know about Polkadot, and it's not really a bad thing, it's just a lesson learned. I mean, $20 million lesson, but still, 113,200 for Tom Selexcoat. J Shear 2.0 coming in with 113,333. The latest updated chart our bracket, what do you call it? Leaderboard. We got Tyler, number 1, first place, 39 wins, followed by Fahid and Tom Sellerscout, tied in second place with 23. Giovanni Fontes moving up for third by himself with 16 wins. Hoff's fourth with 15. I see a space in there that I need to backspace. It's going to drive me crazy. Mr. Roberts and J Shear 2.0 in fifth with 14. Janix in sixth with 11. Waterfly in seventh with 10. Drummer in 8th with 6, and DJ and Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn in 9th with 5. Justin coming in with a guess. 113, 201, 69. Very cool. Guys, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Make sure you smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. Bitcoin currently trading at 113, 180, and 1 penny. Justin said, sorry, Tom. Didn't see that. Just copied and pasted from the chart. That's kind of funny. I kind of like that strategy. Just copy pasting from the chart. All right, Bitcoin, 113, 215, and 60 cents. We've got 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. If you are not familiar with the rules, let me know. Bottom line, you want to try to get your guess in before the deadline, which is 5 minutes prior to the close. After that, we can explain the rules and everything in the chat. Chance for you to win up to $300 every single day. Ton of fun. We've had a lot of $20 wins. We have yet to have a single max prize win. It's going to be a historic moment when that happens, and I'm going to assume that it is going to happen because that's the way the universe works. Tom Sellerscout changing. What is going on that chart? Goodness. That is the most volatile chart I've ever seen. Tom Sellerscout making a change to 113, 250. Is the chart wigging out, or is it my computer? It's very possible that it's my computer, but wow. It gets, I get a little spooked when it's, because I'll be like watching like the 4-hour chart, and it'll be like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It'll be like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And then it goes like down, and then it goes like this, and then it starts to do this. And I'm like, oh gosh, what's happening? When it starts to do this, I freak out. It's like trying to decide, and then it starts to go down. It's like leaning down, and it's fighting really hard, and I'm like, it's like a horror movie. It's so stupid. All right, guys, you got less than 1 minute remaining, 40 seconds left on the clock to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. That includes any changes that you might want to make. Bitcoin currently trading at 113, 183, and 60 cents. Are we going to close with a green candle or a red candle? And is Bitcoin going to flatline at any point in time? It doesn't look like we've had any proper flatlinings in quite some time. I guess technically if you count that, but that doesn't look that great, to be completely honest. We've seen it completely flat before, like for the entirety of the daily close. 113, 150 even. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Time's up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for participating. Let's get these bad boys up on the board. Sort of. Bam. Thank you to Index for creating this lovely little window situation for me. I feel like he doesn't get enough credit. Absolute legend. And he did it completely for free. I didn't even ask him to. He's like, I'm going to make you a cool thing. I was like, all right, hell yeah. And then he made it, and I'm like, this is sick. So, Index, absolute giga chad. We got 113, 420, 69 for Mr. Tyler. We've got J Shear 2.0. I feel like I'm going in slow motion. Is that weird? With 113, 333. We've got 113, 250 from Tom Sellerscout. And last but not least, Justin with 113, 201, and 69 cents. Bitcoin 113, 84, 68, and 72 cents. Justin said 2 big stopping volume candles on the daily close after today. I think the bottom may be in, gents. Really? 2 big stopping volume candles on the daily close after today. I like that. I like it a lot. We are about to get a bullish crossover of the moving average and the RSI on the 1 minute time frame. I'm not sure how bullish that is, but to me, it can be pretty bullish. And also, the 1 minute's fun because you can get those. You can get like the God candle on the 1 minute. It's relatively easy to achieve. Can you imagine how crazy? Like, there are people that trade the 1 minute for some reason. Imagine Friday, Friday on the 1 minute time frame, and you just watch it go, and you're like, what? And then you have to keep moving. You're like, where did it go? You got to keep going. How insane that. Because you know that there's at least like 10 people that saw it on the 1 minute time frame. They're probably like, oh my gosh, it just keeps going. That's probably crazy. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin currently trading 113, 110, and 98 cents. I'm going to take this moment to plug my channel. If you guys are into games at all and you like horror, a little spooky time, the Deep Sleep series. I just finished the original trilogy and I'm on to the 4th game. Super fun. We got the original one here, Deep Sleep, Deeper Sleep, The Deepest Sleep. It's a good hour and a half total if you want to watch it all in one sitting. Really cool story. And then the 4th installment, which just came out, brilliant indie dev script welder, Deep Sleep, Labyrinth of the Forsaken. Great game so far. I'm super into it. I'm having a lot of fun. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes remaining, or 1 minute and 55 seconds. Bitcoin currently trading 113.53 and 22 cents. It's still dumpy. So far, where we're at right now will mean a second day this week of 0 winners. You guys just aren't bearish enough. We need some people guessing lower. You guys are too bullish. We got 1 minute and 33 seconds remaining. Bitcoin 113 and $53.22. Awfully quiet here. Volume looks really good on those last 2 candles before the one that we're currently sitting in. 1 minute 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Still nothing. 113.53.21. Quiet daily close we're going to have here. The question is, what is it compared to yesterday? Probably about the same, huh? Jay Shear 2.0 said, oof. 113.53 and 21 cents. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner, if we even have one. And it's turning red already. 113.41 and 91 cents. Tom Selk-Scott said Bitcoin going back to 112. Apparently, 113.41.91. We don't have any liquidation points to the downside that are relatively close. 38 seconds remaining on the clock. Tom Selk-Scott said market has been yawned for so long. Dude, it was so much fun on Friday. It was so much fun on Friday. I legit was like jumping with joy in the van on the way home. I'm driving and I opened up TradingView and I was like, whoa! Opened up 2 trades, closed them. I was struggling to close them. I kept hitting. Had to hit close like 14 times. It was like, what P&L am I gonna get? And then I finally got it, and I did it a second time, and it was a lot of fun, dude. It was a lot of volume. Getting a little more dumpy here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The daily close for Bitcoin 113.2814. 113.2814. I repeat, 113.2814. Congratulations to nobody. Y'all were too bullish. Nobody has won the daily close contest today. The second time this week that nobody won, because everyone was just too bullish. Oh boy. That means I am the winner, because everyone was just too bullish today. I have won bragging rights. I won the $20 prize and the $300 prize. I would like to thank my mother and my father and my sisters and my fiance and my daughter, my cat, my birds, and my fish. Congratulations, me. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for me. Let me add no one to the winner's Google Doc again for October 14th. It is Spooktober, and it has been a spooky time indeed. What is happening here? Oh my gosh, I just fumbled that so hard. Okay, I fixed it. What? Okay. All right, ladies and gents, thank you for participating in the daily close contest. Does your cat try to eat your birds? She has one arm, so she wants to, but she can't. She's incapable. What's really funny, because she lays on her side all the time, so her no arm side will be up, and the birds will straight up like land on her. I don't know why they're idiots. They have zero survival instinct. They will land on the cat, and she'll be laying down, and then they land on her, and she goes and like looks at him like, "I'm gonna eat you, bro. You're lucky I don't have two arms." And then we have to hurry up and get the bird. We're like, "Hello, you can't do that." It's pretty funny. But yeah, she's friendly with them. If she knows that she can't, but she definitely wants to. And then they'll let her. The birds will go on the ground while she's eating, and they'll like go up to her and like talk to her, and then they'll drink out of her water bowl. They're weird. The birds are nutcases. I love them though. I really do. All right, ladies and gents, thank you for participating in the daily close contest. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and transition back to our regularly scheduled programming. Very cool. You mean she has 3 arms, not 1 arm? No, she has 2 legs and 1 arm. 2 legs and 1 arm. She runs and she has 1 arm. And she legit stands up. She stands up on her back legs. Let me see if I have a picture. If I have the picture, I'll throw it up on the chart. I don't think I do, though. I gotta try and take a selfie with her like that. That would be hilarious. Bro, it's a cat? Yes, it is a cat. She has back legs and an arm. What's your point? Your logic is completely lost on me. I know the anatomy of a cat. Dogs have 2 legs and 2 arms. They're not all arms or legs. No, you can't. That's not how that works. Let's consult Grok off screen so I can change my mind if I'm wrong. Do cats and dogs have arms and legs? Or would you just call them legs? Arms wouldn't make sense. Yeah, neither of them. You have to do both. In everyday language. Oh, shit. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Grok is an idiot. Grok said they're described as having 4 legs and no arms. This is the standard in convention in English, where the term legs refers to all 4 limbs of a quadruped mammals, like these pets, regardless of the position on their body. For example, we say a cat is standing on its hind legs to emphasize the rear ones, but we don't typically distinguish front arms in casual speech. I do. Maybe you need a 3-legged animal. Oh, I do say 3 legs. Shit. Did I say 1 arm? I don't know. I'm lost now. I'm confused. You've confused me. You guys are just mad because you lost today. Oh, let's get these out of here. What a mess. Clean this crap up. All right, Bitcoin 112 and 113 and 22 cents. Looking good. We are chilling. Unfortunately, Grok is mentally incapacitated. It's the artificial part of the artificial intelligence. Justin said there's also the earlier target at 56.76.123, which sits at the top of the 3-month, which is fib 0.5. That's still 5x opportunity cost. Okay, Justin, here's what I'm going to do for you. This is what I normally do with all of these alts. I'll go to Polkadot on Binance, let's say. I want to zoom out, so I'm going to go to the weekly. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to find the all-time high. This is what I want to do. I want to tell you if they printed any, and if it's possible for them to get to their all-time high without burning a considerable portion of their supply. All-time high in Polkadot is around $50 on November 1st, 2021. So I'm going to go to CoinMarketCap Historical. I'm looking for November 2021. November 7th, sure. And Polkadot is right here, number 8. Their supply at the time was 987 million. Today, their supply is 1.62 billion. So, unfortunately, let's do the math. 1.62 billion divided by, what did I say? 987, 987, 579, 315. So they have 1.64x their supply. So in order for them to reach a $52.28 price again, they need 1.64 times this market cap. So the market cap at this all-time high, I'm going to just do this math in the window so you can see it, times 1.64, you get $84.6 billion. So if you think Polkadot can reach $84.6 billion market cap, then it can reach $52 again. Now that $86.4 billion market cap would put it at number 6 today, or number 7. It would put it at number 7 on the coin market cap if you include stablecoins. So if you think that's a possibility, then by all means. What I would look for, I like to just do comparisons. It's number 27 right now. Let's say it can get to number 15, Bitcoin Cash, 10.7. That's about a 2x. And then if you get to number 10, 25, then that's about a 5x. So, I mean, that's not too bad. But they did inflate their supply, so it would take a larger market cap in order for them to reach that previous all-time high, which a lot of people don't know how to do that. We actually figured that out on the channel very early in the streaming days, and I've loved that method ever since. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of predatory people on like TikTok and stuff. They're like, what's going to happen if Doge hits $100 or whatever? Like, how many XRP do you need to retire? And it's like some ridiculous number because they say that it's going to go to some crazy valuation, which doesn't make sense. So you always got to do that math. But yeah, it's not bad. 1.5 isn't bad. 1.5 is not bad. Tom Selleck Scott's still on about that Gronk misinterpretation. Justin said downside potential is about 10%, so that's not much risk. Polkadot just changed their tokenomics. Polkadot Network has implemented a new deflationary tokenomics capping the total supply at 2.1 billion. This strategic reform could potentially drive the asset's price to unprecedented levels. Good. Justin said ETF launch incoming. Yeah, you know what's funny is a lot of ETFs are about to come out, and they're doing like this crazy, everyone's dumping everything and the market's over and the bear market's coming just before ETFs, which is quite a coincidence, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be kind of funny if everybody sells their bags and then ETFs come and this shit goes parabolic and we get like an actual alt season. Everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, I just sold everything. All they have to show for it is this really shitty Cadillac or whatever they went and bought like idiots. Something that devalues like crazy. Just Have Fun said SNEK ETF. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? Could you imagine? Honestly, what do we think the lowest market cap ETF is going to be? Flexa said TikTok, LOL. Yeah, dude, the people on TikTok are insane. Like, when it comes to crypto, I would never, ever, ever trust a word somebody on TikTok said about crypto. Ever. They could tell me that Cardano is going to go to $100 a coin, and I would tell them they were full of shit. I would love for that to happen, but it's impossible. JJ math happens once in a while, but JJ still know math. Sometimes. They take advantage of people not knowing what the hell a market cap is. Bitcoin, 112,872 and 40 cents. Got some news articles to go through. Let's get into that. We got Elon Musk saying Bitcoin is based on energy. Governments can print fake money, but impossible to fake energy. That is true. Nobody tell Elon that all of the Bitcoin miners can vote to create more Bitcoin. Or at least increase the supply. I don't know if they can vote to like magically create more, but that would be pretty funny. Flexa said, all I got on TikTok is people selling the same items before I deleted. I got like 50 different people trying to sell me egg cookers. Yeah, it really did become something stupid like that, unfortunately. And they do really well with like the hook. They're like arguing with their girlfriend, and then they're like, do you need this stupid, useless fucking product? Buy it today. Link in the description. It's so goofy, man. Can't spell melon without Elon. Next, we got Larry Fink saying Bitcoin and crypto market to expand rapidly. That's pretty sick. I like that one. $13.4 trillion BlackRock CEO. He also said they're developing their own technology for the tokenization of assets. This right here, I think we're going to see so much more of this. Everyone's like, they're going to use Solana, or they're going to use SWI, or they're not going to use any of those. Why would they use any of those? Why would they want the liability of a rando blockchain versus being able to develop it themselves and like guarantee, or at least have full control over it in case there's any issues? You know what I mean? I think it would be silly to think that BlackRock, of all people, any of these banks, none of them are going to use anything for anything. They're going to make their own, because it's not hard to make their own. It's not hard at all. You could just copy paste. Richard Hart does it all the time. Don't sue me. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says U.S. needs to accelerate regulatory clarity and investments in digital asset innovation. Hell yeah. This is a good one. Jim Cramer says he hopes money can be taken out of crypto and put into real economy stocks. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that that means we are back. People are going to start selling their stocks and putting it into crypto. Thank you, Jim Cramer. Like I said, for real, they will all develop their own chains for the new world stuff to keep control. Exactly, JJ. LMAO. Dick Hart. Dick Hart. Dick Hart's pretty good. Binance to distribute 300 million to, this one's great. This one cracks me up. I'm going to bring it up every single time I get the chance to. Binance to distribute 300 million to users who were liquidated during last week's market crash. What? Is that not literally like an admission of guilt, an admission of wrongdoing? Like if somebody like genuinely, authentically lost the money on your platform, why would you give them money back? Clearly you fucked something up bad to the point where you're like, oh, we got to give them something, man. That, wow, this actually happened. We got to refund some people. What? That doesn't make any sense. Tom Selk said, hence, why no alt season and only buy BTC and ETH. MetaMask to integrate world's largest crypto prediction platform, Polymarket. This one's huge. MetaMask, I think, is the biggest wallet out there. I really do. President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping, or as I like to call him, Winnie the Ping, scheduled meeting to discuss trade. White House official confirms. U.S. government sees $15 billion worth of Bitcoin from pig butchering scam based in Cambodia. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 billion? Did they say 15 billion? How the hell does a pig butchering scam get $15 billion? What? What? Who's buying butchered pigs with Bitcoin? That is the most obscure, budget-neutral way of obtaining Bitcoin I've ever seen. But it is a budget-neutral way of obtaining Bitcoin. So, as far as I'm aware, this reads, the U.S. government adds $15 billion of budget-neutral Bitcoin to its strategic Bitcoin reserve. So, let's friggin' go. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says, we believe we're just at the beginning of tokenization of all assets. Hell yeah. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says economic growth before government shutdown may be better than expected. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to have any of that data beforehand, which is kind of funny. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says he will not comment on Bitcoin or gold. We think inflation is driven by fundamental supply and demand factors. Stripe adds crypto stablecoin payments for subscriptions. UK unemployment hits 4-year high. I think this is going to continue to increase exponentially. Stablecoin mint 3 minutes ago. Circle issues another 500 million USDC on Solana. Hyper trader that shorted Bitcoin on Hyperliquid moments before the Trump post October 10th and shorted again before dip last night. Closed all shorts 28 minutes ago. That was 5 hours ago. And withdrew all the funds off platform. $42.6 million via Arbitrum, profited $2.6 million on the second short. So they're completely out of their position at the moment, as far as we're aware. CME Group launches first trades via new options on Solana and XRP futures. Very cool. No U.S. CPI data will be released tomorrow due to the government shutdown. The data has been delayed to next Friday, October 24th. That's pretty funny. Maybe that's why the Fed delayed their thing. Flexa said, Jim Cramer looks like that kid in class who was proud of how bad his farts stunk. Tom Sosco said Binance makes $3 billion, and they say, whoops, here's $300 million back. Yeah, they're like, here's 1%, bitch. Be happy. Oh, we'll give you a little taste. Bag. Flexa said, yeah, it was me. Hee. Nobody want to work. Everyone want to be an influencer. Exactly. Kids have no goals. Flexa said people are giving up and turning into druggies and alcos. I don't understand that, man. Like, I did drugs and alcohol when I was a teenager. I didn't. Once I started getting older, I'm like, I don't want to be like this all the time. This sucks. I enjoy consciousness. Maybe I'm the odd man out. Giovanni said Flexa facts. Flexa said most wages leave you with nothing to save, so why bother? Kwanzi de Goat said, are we still getting dips or are we up? I would not be surprised, and don't quote me on this. Don't trade based on this information. I've been saying this for a couple of days now. I would not be surprised. What happened here? If we fill this wick. I'm still in that boat. I'm gonna maybe die on this hill. I'm not gonna trade based on it, but I would not be surprised we get this dip. That wick is crazy. Everyone freaks out. We get a little baby recovery, and then we dip again, and we fill this wick slowly, slow bleed out. Everyone freaks out. Everyone opens. They go all in on shorts right here. People pile in on shorts. They close all their positions, convert everything to stablecoins, and go to a centralized exchange and short, and then bam. God candle to the upside. Bitcoin hits a new all-time high, 150, 200K. Alts go crazy, and all the bears get liquidated. That would not surprise me. Maybe not that exact scenario, but I do think that there's a possibility that we at least partially fill the wick. Kobayashi Letter posted, there it is. Gold has officially posted its highest monthly RSI reading in history at 91.8. Gold has only seen 4 red months since March 2024. In retrospect, it will be so obvious what all this means. They also posted, China urges U.S. to correct wrongdoings regarding President Trump's 100% tariff and says it will fight until the end. In other words, step number 9 in our tariff playbook is on the horizon. Their tariff playbook, number 9. 8 is after Monday. Open, Treasury Secretary Bessent appears on live TV and reassures investors. That literally happened. Number 9, over the next 2 to 4 weeks, various members of the Trump admin tease a trade deal. 10, Trump announces a new trade deal and the stock market hits a record high. 11, repeat from step 1. Number 9 is what they said. Over the next 2 to 4 weeks, everyone's going to tease a trade deal. Right here, breaking, China confirms working level talks with U.S. regarding tariffs and export controls. Step number 9 is on the way. This one cracked me up again because we always joke about risk appetite. Risk appetite just broke another record. Total U.S. options volume reached a record 108 million contracts on Friday. This beats April's Liberation Day high when trading activity surpassed 100 million for the first time. This comes as total call options volume hit 61 million on an all-time high. At the same time, put options activity reached 47 million contracts, the second largest on record. To put this into perspective, the 2021 meme stock mania record was 60 million. Friday was a historic day. Number go up. The trillion-dollar question. How will we generate enough energy to power all of these AI deals? The U.S. Department of Energy says U.S. data centers will use 325,000 to 580,000 gigawatt hours of power per year by 2028. That's the equivalent to the power used by 40 million homes, all on just data centers. Currently, nuclear power is viewed as the only solution to the impending power shortage. The average nuclear power plant can produce 8,000 gigawatt hours per year. In other words, we would need 73 plants new to power 580,000 gigawatt hour data centers. However, here's the problem. The U.S. has added 2 nuclear reactors since 1995, and it takes over 10 years to build one? What? How the hell does it take 10 years to build anything? That's crazy. Reaching the required energy output by 2028 seems close to impossible at our current rate. Something must change. You know what must change? Hydrogen. We should be putting money into hydrogen power cells because I own some hydrogen power cell stocks and I want it. Kwanzi to Goat said, I had a dream XRP 850. Then I woke up and started crying. I hope we go back up. Friday wasn't a to forget. Heartbroken. Wasn't a day to forget. Right? Flexa said, half fill will do. But yeah, they only need to touch it. Shut the F up, China. Virus wankers. I had a really good question for Flexa about the UK, and I can't remember it now. Damn it. All right, breaking. Binance announces that they will distribute $300 million to users who were liquidated during the October 10th market crash. Yay! Reese popped in. WF Capital. Let's go take a ZBCN. I remember the ticker now. Thank God, because that was stupid yesterday. Ooh, broke above 4. Currently sitting at 44.96. Are you going to make it to 5? Very nice. Is this what everything's doing? Everyone's trying to short right now? Everyone's trying to short right now. And it's about to all just do this. Look at this. Everyone's going to go, oh, rejection, rejection, rejection. And then they think it's going to blast the downside here. It's going to go pop. And they're all going to get wrecked. Disgusting. I love it. Very nice. You got an MW as well. MW explosion, perhaps. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. Breaking. U.S. Trade Representative Greer says the Trump administration thinks they will be able to work through it with China. A meeting between President Trump and President Xi has officially been scheduled. Step number 9 in our tariff playbook has arrived. Kobe SE letter literally called it. Beautiful. What's going on with Ondo? You guys are tripping about Ondo. It's down 0.76. Calm down. Ofto's great, dude. Ofto. All right. The buy the dip strategy has rarely been so strong. In 2025, the S&P 500 has averaged plus 2.3% 1 week following a one-day drop-off, at least 2%, the strongest performance since 2019. Outside of 2019, this marks the best year since 1983. This is also only the third year with a return above 2% over the last 43 years. Since 2008, there have only been 2 years when this strategy was unprofitable, 2022 and 2023. Volatility remains a trader's best opportunity. So basically, buy the dip works as long as you hold it past the 12-month period. Otherwise, you're a bitch and you're going to lose money. Reset. Also been trading XAU USD Forex up 70% account gains this month already. Hell yeah, that's awesome. We've been doing really good on stocks for some reason. My stock trades have been insane. Bank of Japan's balance sheet shrinkage is accelerating. I'm going to skip all the details. Japan's era of ultra-loose monetary policy is over. Breaking. President Trump announces China, or accuses China of an economically hostile act of not buying U.S. soybeans. Trump says he is considering terminating business with China having to do with cooking oil and other elements of trade as retribution. He said, I believe that China purposefully not buying our soybeans and causing difficulty for our soybean farmers is an economically hostile act. We are considering terminating business with China having to do with cooking oil. What is this? What reality are we in, man? And other elements of trade as retribution. As an example, we can easily produce cooking oil ourselves. We don't need to purchase it from China. How much cooking? Do we even need cooking oil? What? What happened to air fryers, man? Is cooking oil that prominent? That it affects our society that much? Cooking oil is so economically impactful that our president is concerned with cooking oil. What is happening? Tether CEO Paul Arduino confirmed a settlement related to the Celsius bankruptcy. This is weird. Your Trump impression is cheeks. Yeah, it's pretty ass. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've done better. I don't know what's going on today. I'm usually relatively decent at it. Today I'm not on top of my game at all. Tether is pleased to have reached a settlement of all issues related to the Celsius bankruptcy. Why does he talk about it like he's Tether? That's like the weirdest third person thing I've ever seen somebody tweet. Bullish. This is what I've mentioned this every time this chart comes up. I don't think this is ever going to stop. Stablecoins are not going to decrease in market cap. Stablecoin supply just crossed 300 billion for the first time. I think I've been saying this every time this chart comes up. It's not going to stop. Why would it stop? Why would it stop or slow down? Update. Powell warned that prolonged government shutdown could delay October data and make policy decisions more difficult. Oh no, he has to do his job? What? Justin, a White House official, confirmed that President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping are scheduled to meet and discuss trade. I hope they kiss. Binance launched $400 million Together initiative to restore confidence, offering 4K to 6K USDC payouts to users and a $100 million loan fund for institutions. Latest, Binance led a $3.2 billion stablecoin inflow ahead of the CPI report, signaling traders preparation for market volatility. Japan to ban cryptocurrency insider trading with new rules. Good luck. Social sentiment data shows retail hit most negative point of the year on October 10th after Trump-China tariffs, a pattern that previously marked major Bitcoin rebounds. Ladies and gentlemen, number go up. We are currently trading at $113 and $6. Very cool. Bitcoin is following a well-known bullish fractal. We got a little swing low, a little upper resistance line. We break out of, find support, break out of, find support, swing low again, or a lower, like a broadening wedge, a symmetrical broadening wedge, to which we eventually break above and explode to the upside. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. See if that happens. I think one of my favorite things is these charts where people do left and right, and they like just put a bunch of lines that match, because we've seen it 1,000 times, and most of the time they don't play out that way. It's probably one of the easiest things to fake. But then we got this. I respect stock money lizards. After the dump, fear is back. Yesterday it was bullish, and after the reset today, Bitcoin sentiment seems to have flipped again. In reality, the market is following classic structure: overextension, supply, demand. Current key support sits at 98K to 102K. Still textbook price action. Swing low, explosion, swing low, explosion, swing low, explosion. Are we going to chop down and fill the wick? Probably. Not financial advice. We've seen it 1,000 times. Honestly, it looks very similar to this. The July. Why do these all say? Okay, yeah, July 2024, I think? Yeah. July 2024 dip. Giovanni said, flirting with the chubby girl in the gym is like buying Bitcoin at 15K in 2022. Sorry, saw an X and had to share. Bitcoin enters a huge bull run. We do have a BB stock RSI, US 10-year, whatever CN 10-year is, cross. Hopefully number go up. We'll see what happens. It looks like it's gone up every single time this has happened in the past, so that could be it. That could be the one indicator that actually works. Mustache posted, Altcoins, if you've made it this far, you're about to experience the best weeks and months in crypto in years. I'll retweet this at the end of 2025. I don't know if it's going to be the end of 2025. I think it might be the beginning of 2026, but we'll see. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining. Dan Gambardello posted, if you think Bitcoin will outperform altcoins in Q4, be in Bitcoin. If you think altcoins will outperform Bitcoin in Q4, be in altcoins. Notice how these two simple options don't consist of name calling or bashing people for disagreeing with you? Fuck Ben Cowan. All right, Bitcoin, 112, 823, and 89 cents. Let's go through our portfolio update. 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is $221 down. Not bad. Not bad. $221. We've got one asset in the green, the rest are in the red. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down $59. Aptos is down $41. Shib is down $31. Propy's down 25. Render's down 23. Ondo's down 21. Near is down 19. Doge is down 17. ADA is down 11. And Sol is up 20. Honestly, Sol was probably the best ad for this portfolio. Then we got the Memecoin portfolio. Kind of decimated. It's actually recovered a little bit better than I expected. Currently down $280. We have no assets in the green here. Memecoin portfolio getting absolutely decimated. GigaChat is down $134. SNEK is down $51. Pepe is down $43. Doge is down $27, and WIF is down $26. Then we got our narrative portfolio, my favorite and the most stable. It is back in the red again, second time, maybe the past 6 months. The first time being, I think, the day before yesterday. We are currently down $16. Not bad. We have no assets. No, we do. We have 2 assets in the green, 3 assets in the red here. These were all $100 bad boys. Starting from the bottom. Oh, before I get into it, this portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, 1 real world asset coin, and 1 gaming coin. And it is absolutely killing it. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down $47, VeChain is down 30, Mana is down 3, Pepe's up 7, and Tau is up 56. Why is Tau doing so good? What is happening? Like, legit, why is this doing so good right now? Look at that. You got a breakout, retest, confirmation. I bet you that lines up really nicely with the actual, because there's like a trend here that it broke out of. A beautiful, like, long-term trend. I think it goes up, like, way the heck up here. I don't know. There's a line there. And it looks great. I don't know what this thing even does. But the chart looks amazing. I was up $56. 57. It's continuing to go up. What the heck? That's awesome. All right, and then last but not least, the perfect entry portfolio, which again, I'm having a little bit of regret here that we did not wait, because now would be the perfect entry, genuinely. All of these alts got completely shafted, decimated, like saw cut in half. Perfect entry is truly now, not financial advice. I might also change my mind later. Currently, we have 4 assets in the green, the rest are in the red. Starting from the bottom, Avalanche. Believe it or not, we did buy the Pico top of Avalanche. It is currently down $35. Render is down $31. The Graph is down 23. Pith is down 21. Ondo is down 12. Sui is down 9. Crow is up 4. ETH is up 6. Sol is up 12. And Link is up 26. Link is still holding on to that #1 spot. The portfolio is not that bad off, honestly. We're down $79. That's not bad at all. And that is it. Bitcoin 112, 652 and 76 cents. Flexus said, always be nice to the fat chicks in the gym because they will remember you when they get fit. Giovanni said, time to re-up on memes. Flexus said, wonder if it's because having December, January Tau AI thing. Okay. Giovanni said, Becker and crypto god John shill the hell out of Tau. Okay, that's probably what it is then. It's probably a combination. If it's AI and, you know, the KOLs have chosen it as the AI pick, then it's going to do well, you know. But, yeah. What was that one that Elio and the seasonal... It seems to be like once every year Becker and Elio do a project together, and it just like it just completely drains all of their viewers' liquidity. Was it Black Hole? I think it was called Black Hole. I love Becker. I think Becker's hilarious, but I would never buy a project that he's shilled. I did try to win his Neo Tokyo thing. That was one of the coolest things I've ever like participated in. NFT scavenger hunts are genius. I don't know why there isn't more of them. I won the first one that I ever did. I won, I think, $750 off of, and the project is almost nowhere to be found today. But it was so much fun. I had to learn like trigonometry for that shit. But dude, it was crazy. Flexus said, since when has any influencer token ever succeeded? Exactly. They're all thieving little turds. Right? I mean, why do you need a coin, dude? You're already successful. It's just so weird to me. The greed is insane. Elio and Becker are the effing worst. Scam their followers. I like Becker. I mean, you got to know when you're getting into it, what you're getting into. I think Becker's funny. I think he's... I mean, I would never buy a coin from him. That's my bottom line. I would never buy anything from him. I have no interest in buying stuff from any of these people. I've bought one. That's not true. I bought 2. One of them was for my daughter, and it was from Game Theory. And I respect Matt Pat. I don't think he's a scammer. It was an actual product I bought two things from two different YouTubers. One of them was like pins, again, for my daughter. But the first thing I ever bought was coffee. It was the top of the morning coffee from Jacksepticeye. And I'm not even joking. It was the greatest coffee I've ever had in my entire life. I don't know where the hell the coffee comes from, or if it's just fresh, small batch coffee. I freaked out when I had this coffee. And it was kind of expensive to ship. It was a good, like, cheap bag of coffee, but it was expensive to ship at the time. I think you can get it at Amazon for real cheap, though. But if you guys want to try really good coffee, top of the morning from Jacksepticeye, I don't remember if it was morning blend. They've changed it now. There's like a million different flavors, but it's good coffee. It really is. I think I bought it like twice. But the first time I was like, I don't buy stuff from people. I ordered it and I got it and I was like, wow, this is good coffee. Giovanni said I also like Becker. Makes me laugh. Yeah. I'm not trying to have dinner with the guy and, like, you know, ask him if he'll watch my kid. But I'll watch his videos and laugh at him. He's a funny dude. Oh. Okay. I suppose we should call it an evening. Bitcoin's not doing much. We're 112.903. It's trying to decide if it wants to hold 113 or not. Hopefully I got to get back on because the price is ripping to the upside. So, yeah, I suppose I'll call it. Keep an eye out for that next episode of the fourth Deep Sleep game if you guys are into that. As always, Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Tuesday and good night.